Hello?
What's up, girl? What happened after Tony dumped you?
Girl, I'm over it. I went from heartbreak to hate.
Hi, Bob.
Oi, Joy.
How do you like my new hello? I think I might use that every time.
I think we should actually see what management thinks about that.
Okay.
See if they're down or not.
All right. It's fine.
What's
Trying to stifle my creativity.
creativity?
Okay.
I don't know. What's new in your world? What's going on? What's the haps on the craps?
The haps on the craps. Nothing really all that new or exciting. It's just...
No, you didn't like record a song or anything, or
Oh! I mean, I suppose I did do that. You're right. I recorded a song.
Okay.
And don't give me that okay. Do you remember that that's exactly what you sounded like. Do you remember that it was on before TikTok, there was like a Vine,
yeah.
Yes, it was like an African tour guide or whatever, and like you can tell like, these white people are talking to him, and he just goes, "Okay." You remember him?
No, I don't remember
You
him.
don't remember that?
No.
Oh my god, people were
I'm
okaying
old.
forever. Well, you're not that old. Anyways, neither here nor there.
Okay, boomer.
Yes, so I recorded a song, but so did you.
Oh no, I didn't. I did not record a song.
Well, you did more than that, but nonetheless, I was gonna say that we both recorded songs because we are donating them to a compilation CD.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, hey Sven.
Hey Sven.
Yes.
For Immerman Angels.
Thank you, because I can't
It
ever
always,
pronounce it correctly.
yeah.
It feels like a lot of M's to me.
Yeah.
But a great organization, a great reason to give, benefiting people who are suffering from cancer. So.
Yeah. And teaming them up with people who have survived cancer. So. Yeah.
Do we want to say anything more?
Well, I just like that's kind of, for people out there that have been like, hey, you're like a week behind on a podcast. Say, fuck you. Fuck you. We've been doing other things.
We've been doing
They're
important
seemingly
work.
more important.
Yes.
We're doing God's work out here.
Yeah. When he has everything posted and released, we will let everybody know where you can go and find the music and support.
Okay. So we've been extra creative in that area this past month. So yeah, things have kind of been slow on the podcast front, I guess.
They have. But here we are, back.
Here we are back.
With a zeal, a zest, dare I say.
A zest.
I'm all fired up. You know how that is.
Oh yeah, she's ready to get angry.
I am ready to discuss dicky women.
And that is angry. That's spelled like Angery.
Yes.
Angry. Yes.
I like that.
So Joy has a problem with women. I'm just gonna stand back and let her have it because I'm a feminist.
Yeah. I love when he tries to throw me under the bus, but that
Is
will
the bus
not
being
work.
driven by a woman?
It won't work because I have a valid problem with women. I'm not even necessarily saying it's women's fault. So back up.
Ooh.
Put a pause on it. Okay.
There might be a plot twist to this.
There's a
rant.
plot twist.
Okay.
Yes. So my rant is about dicky women characters. Like we're living in this time now where we're trying to have equality more and more. That is good. Okay. Got more women characters showing up in things, movies, TV shows. They're the lead, they're the boss, they're running things, they're telling you what they tell you. And yet, sometimes it's just like this woman character who's a dick for no fucking reason.
Okay.
So basically, we've taken the dicky male character and instead cast a woman.
Okay.
And I do not feel that that's progress. And you're not going to shit on my feminine name in that way. So I do not support that. I say no thank you. I reject it.
So do you feel like they're creating characters that you're not supposed to like?
they're definitely creating characters you're not supposed to like. But I mean, so I get it from the standpoint of we can all be equally giant assholes, but I'm saying, what if we not only have women, but we have them like also elevated it for the time that we live in, where it's like I don't have to be a giant dick to everybody that's around me in order to be the boss of something or to be in charge of my own life and my own, you know what I mean, destiny. Like, just because you're the boss of your own life doesn't mean you have to go around being completely self-absorbed,
Okay.
and completely just, what's the word I'm trying to say, oblivious of other people's feelings,
Mm-hmm.
etc., so forth, so on. Do you get what I'm saying? I'm trying to be real general without pointing out any movies, but I will
She's trying to not
provide
spoil
names
things
if I have
for those
to.
who have not seen things.
Yes, and I still won't, but
Yeah.
Star Wars is a good example of this. There, I said it.
Okay. So I get what you're saying, but I'm going to counterpoint this. Do you think that the dickiness of the character is there because there has to be a realization that the supporting cast, she still needs them in some way? Like, to realize something, to, learn a lesson, because we got to teach women lessons, or they're not women, because women always have to learn,
Yeah.
according to most men.
Yes, I mean, there's definitely some kind of we'll take 3 steps forward and then take 2 steps back type of thing. And I guess, the concept of let us teach you in this special way. We will make the lead character, regardless of their gender, complete and total asshole, and then they will learn over the next 2 hours to share and care, much like a Care Bear. I don't know.
But is that degrading to women? Because
I-
then you can't be a powerful woman without learning lessons.
That part can be, but I think that's just maybe, now that you're talking about it and pointing out that blah blah blah, we have to learn. I guess that's the point of most movies. Excuse me while I vomit. No, I mean, like, that's the plot point of like 90% of movies, right? Is to learn something. So
I mean, we're not just putting women up there to be pretty. I think we've.
But I guess I also feel like there are plenty of movies where somebody is a strong lead character, maybe the hero of something, and they don't have to be a giant asshole to everybody. I guess that's my main point, right? There are plenty of movies that you can think of where it's like there's somebody as a hero, they're solving a problem against like the you know what I mean, like against the person who's causing all the trauma and everything, but they don't have to be a dick in the process. I'm just talking about one tiny little thing. Can we just have strong characters regardless of gender?
Wonder Woman.
Yeah, no.
Wonder Woman was not a dick to anybody.
No.
I don't feel like.
Not that I remember.
No, I don't feel like. I've seen it like 5 times. I don't
Okay,
think
so I've only seen it once, but I'm like, yeah, but...
I mean, she was definitely, not knowledgeable about modern day world things, so there was questions, but I feel like she was not dicky. A little bit of a show off at points, but I think that comes with the
and that's fine.
immortalness of it all. You got to be a dick. So, I mean, you got to be cocky.
Yeah, I get that. Like, most heroes have they're a little cocky.
Yeah, I have people out here getting shot and dropping dead, and you're just like, boom, off these bracelets, ting, ting, ting. Look at that.
I get you. But, I stand with my original point, and I'm actually done.
Oh. That's the end of the podcast. Thank you again for listening. We'll be back in
Point made.
2021.
Boom.
When we get another point to make. Okay, so I get it. Stop being dicks. Write women characters who can be powerful without having to adopt not male characteristics, but dicky characteristics.
Because the same thing for men too. Like, to me, it's at this point, it's a tired stereotype. It's a tired way to write a character where they're just running around, just, you know what I mean, bumbling along, fuck everybody else. Like, we've seen that a million times.
Yeah.
Let's come up with some new shit. But that goes back to the general argument that most people have, which are there are no new ideas. So.
No, I don't think it's an argument.
it's just a fact at this point.
I mean, let's be realistic. We're right now. While I'm fully waiting for it in November, the Eternals, which is a new Marvel movie coming out, which is a movie about some non-dying species of people based on Greek mythology. So we're making a movie, which I'm all for it because I love comic book movies, but we're making a movie based on a comic book that was based on Greek mythology.
right.
So we're going back to BC on this motherfucker at this point.
Yeah.
So I'm just saying, new ideas,
They
ain't happening.
No, they aren't. They aren't. But we've gone into that already for the 9,000 reboots of it all.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, now that they're rebooting shit, they can't even wait 15 good fucking years to reboot some shit.
No, what are they rebooting? I just saw something recently that they were rebooting, and I was like, the movie just came out. Oh, I think Fantastic Four is getting rebooted for the third time. I mean, Spider-Man's been 3 times.
Rebooted how many times?
3 times.
Yeah. And it's like...
If you count the television show, 4 times. If you count the cartoons, 5 different series.
Batman, there's been, 4 or 5
there's a new Batman coming
in my
around.
lifetime. Like,
yeah.
can we talk about it? It's a lot. So.
And she's not that old.
Fuck you.
I mean, technically, I've had another Batman because I was around. Well, no, it was over, but the Batman TV show.
What the hell was his name?
Adam West.
Thank you. I remember watching the reruns, but definitely wasn't alive when it was on.
No, I mean that's when TV still there was only like 3 television shows altogether, and you still watched reruns because that's all you got.
Somehow one of them was the Monkeys. Did they create 9,000 fucking episodes of the Monkeys, or am I
there
just
was
having...
literally 4.
And I swear to God, my whole childhood, Hey, We're the Monkeys was on every motherfucking
If
day.
it wasn't the Monkeys, it was Scooby Doo. Like like I did love some Scooby Doo, but there weren't a lot. There weren't like an 8 season. There was like 2 seasons. So
yeah,
and that's when seasons lasted like, I mean, every Saturday for what? Anyway,
we digress.
We have digressed. This whole episode is called Digression. Let's just digress the rest of the time.
Okay.
Where are we going? Scooby-Doo. So marijuana's legal.
That's okay.
That's a
Nice.
transition.
That is.
No, I get it. Yeah, we just need new ideas. What would be a new idea that you'd put out there? Maybe someone will listen and make a new movie based off of it. Go.
Fuck if I know. I know.
What?
An honest politician. What?
Ooh.
They haven't done that one yet, have they?
They could actually call it The Honest Politician. That would be like an action movie. I think Angelina Jolie could play that, maybe. I don't know. Well, Viola Davis probably would play it today.
That would be nice. I feel concerned about the new preview for the shitty new Troop Beverly Hills, the movie that she's in.
Oh, Troop Club?
Viola, you're better. Whatever the fuck it was called.
Yeah.
It's an Amazon original. Viola, you are better than this. What the actual fuck?
Well, you know how it is. Once you're better, you have to go downhill. Once you reach a plateau. I mean, let's be honest here. Love her to death. We'll watch her movies 1,000 times over because I just watched Jumping Jack Flash again the other night. But Whoopi Goldberg, once she got that Academy Award level,
Yeah.
bogus. I mean, those movies that came out like that T-Rex basketball,
The T-Rex basketball. Yes, there was one where she was a cop, and she had a dinosaur cop partner.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't see.
Oh yeah. Yeah. That was a thing. But then she found her resurrection.
Yeah.
By being the bossiest host of The View.
And she's right. And she's righteous. I feel like Whoopi Goldberg's righteous because she's not. She's from the streets.
Mm-hmm.
She's lived a life. She's won awards.
She's done it all.
And
now she just sits on her show and tells people all the way about themselves.
She was a strong female character that was kind of a dick.
Hey, that's her playing herself. I can't, what I'm going to do, write her personality for her?
Well,
I don't think so.
I don't know. Jumping Jack Flash is the best. dogs barking, can't fly without umbrella. Always.
Forever.
Forever.
I sent somebody a text the other day, actually, from the lyrics of, like, you know, she's sitting in the office and she's like, I want me my Jack, bom 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 bom. I want him come back, bom 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 bom.
He's taking his time,
bom 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 bom. I'm busting my behind. Yeah. And zero response.
Well,
they probably had no fucking clue. It was random, right? Like, it just came to me.
But who? I mean, who was the audience on this? Was it like
somebody my age?
Oh, okay.
So zero excuses. I'm just gonna assume they read the text and they were like, "What the fuck does that mean? Maybe she's drunk. I will not engage." But which I was not.
Was this in a reference to getting some dick?
No.
Oh.
Like, sometimes I just randomly text whatever when I think I'm brilliant. Like, I'll have a flashback of something from my childhood, want to share.
Like when I texted you that video yesterday morning
that
Thursday
is a good
night.
digression. Let's discuss where in the fuck you even originally found that.
I saw it on someone's Facebook page, but it was a woman who said a demon,
sex demon, right?
Sex demon. Yeah. Put his penis in her mouth and made her do oral sex. And then he came back the next week and put it inside her, and now her private, they said private. Okay. Her private area is burning.
That sounds like a STI.
Yeah, and then a minister spritzed holy water on her privates. It was a whole thing. It was
the craziest clip, and you sent it to me after I had gone to sleep. So when I woke up in the morning, it was the first thing I saw, and I was like, "Well, I guess I feel awake now. What the fuck is this?"
Oh.
It had a special quality to it because, as other people out there may know, your friends who have iPhone, when they send you a video, if you have an Android, it's very like hazy. It's fuzzy, so it wasn't a clear video. So I'm also trying to watch this horror show, and it's like fuzzy as fuck. I'm like, I'll have to show you what it looks like on my phone. Like, you guys see it, and it's crystal clear when iTunes sends something.
No, I know what you're talking about. It's vice versa. It comes back the same way. But it was on something that you couldn't copy and paste the link, so I couldn't get the link. So I recorded it on my iPhone. I recorded the screen.
That's a good way to
video.
Do it.
So it's like a double
I get you.
fuck up, I guess, essentially.
I mean, it was clear enough for me to see, but it wasn't like crystal clear. So I was like,
right.
Okay.
So if you really want a fun time in life, just look up evangelicals. What the fuck are they called?
Evangelicals.
Okay. Any of them, videos, good times. Like when they slap people, or they like wave a bandana and a group of people just faint.
I don't know if I've seen that one.
What? Okay. Everybody out there, stop what you're doing after you listen to this episode. Then just look up Those Crazy Christians. Let's just have a show called Those Crazy Christians. But if that's your belief and that's your... I mean, I've seen people be possessed by Satan's, spawn and then need to be healed at church. I've been there. I've been to wooded areas in Indiana with bonfires where this happened. So...
Wow.
It's a good way to spend your summer, kids.
Crazy lives everywhere. This is the
thing. It does.
No group of people is safe from crazy.
No, but the woods in Indiana are pretty quiet.
It's very scary when you're saying that to me and then your eyes are all big and everything. I'm like, What have you seen? You survived, so that's good.
I mean, I've seen a lot. Last weekend. No,
Yeah.
It was my youth. So, anything else crazy you've seen on the internet lately, or you've been kind of silent on the social media front?
I have. I don't. I closed down my Facebooks, as you know. I don't even really check Instagram very often. So I don't get a lot of social media. Every once in a while, because I am a Google person, my Google feed will tell me something about my hometown. Like, hey, did you know this fucking thing? And I'll be like, no, I did not know that.
Oh, I have triggered something.
You have triggered something. So right after I was talking about Google Feed, I said, okay, let me look and see if there are any local stories. And, Google Feed, what they do is they pull from all the things that you've searched. And so some things aren't local, but they figured out where I live. And so there's this, it's like you can see like a highlight of the article. And then you have to click on it. And it says, Champaign County Fair Queen ready to get back Ag It for state contest. And I'm like, really? At it? Like you didn't notice that's in the fucking title. I'm going to need you to do better. Talking about our local paper. And then you told me.
Yeah. That there was an article in which they misspelled Satan's name with Terp instead of Trump. And I saw where someone posted it, and then someone was making a comment about it, and then someone was shaming them for the newspaper's lack of editors, therefore they can't be right because we can't make fun of them because their editors are gone.
Yeah. But as you were pointing out, which is true, if you're a writer, and especially for a fucking newspaper, you should also be an editor, and you ought to know the basics like spelling somebody's fucking name and how to spell at.
Well, the thing of it is, you don't even have to, because the computer underlines and tells, unless you're using some outdated version of Word Perfect, which doesn't exist anymore.
Word Perfect.
Word Perfect.
Let us take a moment to go back. Wow. When was the last time anybody thought about Word Perfect?
It has to
high
be before
school.
2000s. It has to be.
Yes.
I think it was gone by then. I actually had a Word Perfect class in college. And Lotus 1, 2, 3, or yeah.
Stop it.
Yeah, what was it? Lotus 1, 2, 3? Something like that.
Okay. Word Perfect. Yes. So unless for some reason they've added AG to their dictionary, you know how Word will let you do that.
True.
I don't know when the fuck you'd need AG to be a word that you would like to add.
If you said ag as an agriculture, but then that should be capitalized, I think, right?
It should be more than AG is what the fuck it should be.
Okay. Get back agate.
So, but yes, this is the moral of the real story is that sometimes I just go to like the Google feed to see, because I don't really get on social media. It's just I just give me the real high level. Don't give me all the things. Make it very tailored. I don't want to know all the things that are going on in our world as it's crashing and burning around us.
Well, sometimes it's better because you don't want to read a lot of articles on Facebook. No, the first thing I always do if I see an article, I look at where it's from. Mm-hmm. And I don't even know what I would consider a reputable news source these days. But if it's like, I don't know, hotchickswithguns.com talking about, someone trying to steal their gun rights, I'm going to not go read that article because I don't feel that hotchickswithguns.com is a reputable news source.
I don't know why not. They probably have the best editors and writers.
I mean, women doing news.
Yeah. I
mean, they can do it now.
But the thing is that Hot Chicks with Guns is probably like one dude in his basement.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. And I guarantee those hot chicks, there's not a mass pool of ethnicities either. I'm sure they're all blonde. I'm sure their boobs are all very ample.
Are you suggesting plastic surgery?
I'm not suggesting plastic surgery. There are some people who can still defy the laws of gravity with things that hang off of their bodies. I don't know. Maybe it's teenhotchickswithguns.com. I don't know.
Okay, can we digress yet again and talk about big boobies for a second?
Sure.
So, when was the last time you've seen somebody whose whole upper torso was all titty, but not in a good way? Like, when I was young and we would go to church, there was always at least one or two, usually older black women, with just like, I don't even know if they make a letter for the size. And that this wasn't surgery. It was just like an unfortunate punishment.
What you're saying is like a titty inner tube around their torso.
Yes! Yes!
Like they were swimming
just
and it's
it's
also
painful.
it comes around,
It does. It's so big that it's like
and it's almost like and
oh,
like there it's like when you say you could rest a coffee cup on something, like they always have like a shelf.
a little bit of a shelf, but then just all the way down to your belly, like to
Yeah.
your belly button for sure, and just you're like, oh,
The
I remember
pain.
the pain. Like I used to
Yeah.
look at these women as like an adolescent and be like, you gotta be fucking kidding me. That just looks like a horrible life.
Well, and if you think that that sounds bad from what we're saying perspective, I want you to think about when we were kids and how everybody at church would wear silk. I want you to think about that for a second. I want you to think about these gigantic natural
Yeah,
breasts
natural.
in
In
in a
a
fabric that's very sheer
Mhm.
and
and
thin.
if they found a bra, I mean, they usually somehow they found bras, but
Mm,
like no underwire because that's
no,
not a thing. It was
no.
like just a fabric, and wow.
Well, and underwear used to be serious. Like when it was back in the day, underwear could pop out and murder you. Like you could get impaled. Like the wire was it
Yeah.
was heavy duty. Like they've done some things with elastic over the last couple decades that have created safety for breasts. But maybe that's it. Maybe we're just we're into a now where women's breasts are looked at and not just three different sizes
Hmm.
that they can get bras and support items, body suits, body contouring suits, things like that. Maybe that's why we just don't see it anymore,
Maybe
or
so.
we don't go to church.
Well, it could be that, but I mean, surely those women go other places. I just don't even. You don't see them in stores or anything anymore. Yeah. Something was going on in the 80s and the 90s.
Yeah.
That was causing
if you
these.
need a reference to understand what we're talking about, Reno 911, Niecy Nash's character TT. Like she'd be like she had like the giant boobs that was never in a bra, and she'd be flailing herself. And I know that the character was made after these women, these poor women who had to suffer.
Yeah.
Could you imagine though?
I cannot. But anyways, just
Humans.
shout out to them and their suffering.
Thank you, God, for creating humans in all different shapes and sizes.
Wow. And then you just like you said a nice thing.
Yeah.
You didn't follow it up.
I was saying it.
But it sounded nice.
I know it sounded nice, but I'm
Well,
thinking also
on playback, I swear it's gonna be like, wow, he was.
yeah.
having a kind
But
moment.
I meant it like you're punishing your children who praise you. Is my thoughts, but
Okay.
breasts.
All right, so that's all of the ranting that I think I have for the day. I feel pure and
Cleansed.
Yes, emptied out. What about you?
Damn.
I
Emptied out.
yeah.
Speaking of emptying out, I had this weird phone conversation with somebody recently. I didn't tell you about this before because I felt that I needed to experience your facial expressions whenever.
Okay.
So, you know me and my million ways to do things. Every now and then I like to see what's happening with phone sex these days.
All right.
And so I heard in some phone sex situations, you can hear people talking. It's like a group scenario, and it's usually like people, you can listen to other people talking. And a lot of times it's very weird, and we should do it sometime for the show because it's extreme. But like some people get on there and they just like play music. Some people play like laughter sound effects. Some people just get on there and say like "fuck you in the ass," like stuff like that.
Okay.
And so it's almost like heckling.
Yeah, it sounds like a lot.
It's a lot. And so what I heard was a gentleman saying in a very matter of fact, calm, not sexual in any way voice, like almost nerdy, like yes, spill your Christian seed. Spill your Christian seed. Was how he was talking to this other gentleman
Wow.
about coming.
Yeah, no, we get that.
And that's all.
And remember that to be beautiful and natural is the birthright of every woman. And I wish you all loads and loads of loveliness and good luck.